Hello and welcome back to the channel, episode 4 of the Philadelphia Phillies Retro Rebuild. Wow, almost coughed right there. Here's what we are looking at here with the off-season free agency, the guys that we are letting walk. If they're not here, they're on the team. And even if they are here, guys like Jake Diekman, we are bringing them back. If I go here, managers, office, history, transactions. You see here all the guys that we re-signed: Chirinos, Rupp, Garcia, Castellanos. Uh, we did bring back Gerardo Parra on a 3-year deal, 1.88 per year. Jackson Lowry. We had Eric Kratz in the minors. He retired, so good for the Kratolis. Same thing with Jorge De La Rosa, Giovanni Soto, Bartolo Colon, and Miguel Alfredo Gonzalez. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at there. Award season. I always love looking at the awards. I accidentally just spoiled one right there. Here we are for the AL. Manny Margot got up at 22 years old. Good for him. In the National League, here it is. Now we look at reliever Trevor Hildenberg Berger had a really good season, and Tanner Roark. Wow, I haven't heard that name in forever. He had a real good season. Anthony Desclafani had a better one though, in my opinion. So that's a little weird. AL Silver Slugger, here we go. Manny Machado, 54 home runs. Have yourself a year, but that's not the most in baseball. Chris Davis, too, turning back the clock there at a Kyle Schwarber type season. Speak of the devil, Kyle Schwarber, 30 home runs. Gotta just switch that. But yeah, Giancarlo Stanton, a casual 60 home run season. Easy. So that's what we're looking like there. Dexter Fowler, he ended up with the Cubs. That's cool, like he did in real life. Ian Desmond, not worried about that. Rookie of the Year goes to Tony Cruz with Joey Gallo, number 2. Cruz was the international free agent out of Cuba. He did very good this year. And our very own Wilson Contreras gets it with Kyle Schwarber and Dwayne Underwood both getting votes, but it did go to Wilson Contreras in the end, who had a really good season. Here was Robert Ramos, who also got votes. Contreras, man, real happy with him. He looks like he's going to be a beast for us, and hopefully he is going to be a beast for us. I'm real excited. AL Manager of the Year goes to A.J. Hinch. Meanwhile, Joe Maddon gets it in the National League. Wade Miley earns the American League Cy Young with Joe Musgrove second, Carlos Carrasco third. And those were the 3 getting first place votes. San Francisco's David Price wins it in the National League with Austin Gomber. Maybe a rookie, right? Okay, no, second year. He gets second place with 12 first place votes to Price's 18. Then the AL MVP, Edwin Encarnacion. Lindor got second place. He had a great year. But Encarnacion ends up taking it. A lot of first place votes. Mookie Betts got one. Yoenis Cespedes got one. Machado got a few. They decided to go with Edwin, who had an awesome year offensively. That is it for first place vote getters. Jose Abreu, the last one on there, with 1 point. Meanwhile, for the NL, Corey Seager in his second season, he was ridiculous. A 360 batting average. I mean, relax, guy. Come on. Jock Peterson, another Dodger, he got some votes too. 58 home runs. A lot of dingers this year. Stanton, he got one. Not a surprise. What else are you going to say when the guy hits 60 home runs? The streak, I believe, ended this year. No, it didn't. Last year it ended, so no 10-year streak there for Arenado, but look at the stuff he did with the stick this year. Wow. So, that's what we're looking at right now. We're going to go to free agency, which is in it's in more than 3 days. So, I will simulate and show you what we do after free agency. Off season, we are here in spring training. let's go to history and look at GM transactions. Go all the way down here. You see all the guys who leave. We then signed Carlos Bustamante and Brassard Gatterall, along with Estevan Florial as death. But you see right here, we made it happen. Mike Trout. I understand there's stuff over here, but look, I had to do it. Because not only is he just an incredible, incredible player, but I mean, it just makes sense. His hometown team, the team he grew up rooting for, huge Eagles fan. We did need an outfielder or two. I'll get more to that. And I mean, he's just so good. And this move laid the foundation for the rest of the offseason. Because now that we have a guy like Mike Trout, now we have to start going for the win. So then we signed Dellin Betances. We got him pretty cheap. 2 years, 3.6, 3.8, 7.4 total. Pretty solid value there. Justin Wright. He's a depth guy that has really good movement, extreme ground ball. I like those type of pitchers. Then we need a backup infielder that can float from AAA to the major leagues, that is. Eduardo Escobar, that's who we decided to go with. Eduardo, he can do a little bit of everything offensively, and he's fine defensively for us as a backup everywhere. Then, I wanted to upgrade a catcher defensively, and Salvador Perez was there. He adds a bit of power, bit of pop. Signed him to a 2-year, $11 million deal. After that, Zilu Sao. That's how I'm going to go with it. Or Z Lee Sao. Z Lee Sao. That's how we go with it. He looked better initially. Ran a scouting report on him. Still should probably do a little more. I probably overpaid for him, but I really did want to get a guy, a starting pitcher, 5-year, $65 million player option. I don't think the series will go that long, but I'm not going to re-sign him after the deal. Then Mike Trout, you see RF, he's going to be playing right field for us. So that means we could use a center fielder, because you'll see what I do with Odubel Herrera in a minute. Brett Gardner, he's there, 1 year, $8 million. He's a fine defender in center, and he's a fine guy with the stick. Hopefully he does better than he has the last 2 years, but even if he does, if he can just give us a little bit of defense, I'm okay with that. 1 year, there's no real risk to it. Then Arturo Diaz, he was a scouting discovery. Angel Guzman, same thing. Jordan Gallardo. Then we made a trade. We traded Jake Thompson and Brandon LeBrant for Zach Britton, with 90% or 75% of the deal being retained by Baltimore. His contract's up at the end of the year. He becomes a free agent. And after what Jake Diekman did last year, we need a lefty in the pen. And Zach Britton, he fits the bill. We also got Ubaldo Jimenez as a depth pitcher for us. One guy we did not get that I tried getting was Jordan Walden. Just didn't end up working out for us. Here are the remaining guys. A guy like Jabba Chamberlain could be interesting. He's only got 1+ pitch, though. Jake Peavy's old. Phillies legend Vance Worley. Great Britain legend Vance Worley. Liam Hendricks is here. No one else really that I'm that interested in. The Freak, Tim Lincecum. So then we look at pitching staff. Aaron Nola is number 2 behind Sale. Corbin Burns, Mitchell White, Zili Tsao, and Ubaldo is 6th. And then you see Sutter. He's going to be the closer because of how good he's gotten. With Dylan Dellin, Zach Britton, Steve Cishek, all those guys behind him. And yeah, Justin Wright's a lefty as well. I should have noticed that. And then offensively, you'll see right here, backup is Freddie Galvis along with Eduardo Escobar. So, who's the starting shortstop? Well, I'm also going to have to fix that. Hold on. Castellanos, you're going to second. And Hoskins is going to first. Hopefully it'll fix that. Of course it won't. Of course it'll put Bobby Dahlbeck there, who will probably be up next season. Maybe it'll be a September call-up this year. I'm trying to be a little realistic with the call-ups, where I'm not just calling guys up too fast. There we go. It's now fixed. You see, though, Odubel Herrera, he's a fine shortstop. I think his ratings are a little better than his overall rating says. But yeah, I have to keep this guy in the lineup. Look at how he has developed. Big fan of him in game. Again, in real life, was a really good player. Looked to get a whole bunch of potential. 2015, 2016 All-Star. Whole bunch of stuff happened. But yeah, that's what we're looking like. Odubel Herrera, Nick Williams, he's going to be our starting left fielder. Mike Trout, Wilson Contreras, Rhys Hoskins, Brett Gardner, Nick Castellanos, Salvador Perez are our starters. And then obviously we went over the pitching. If we look here, preseason predictions, the initial ones are generating. Jose Canseco leads off the third inning with a grand slam. Josh Gordon, Twins announcer. Any relation to D. Strange Gordon, I should say, Nick Gordon or Tom Flash Gordon. We are projected 93 wins, so the MLB high on us. I'm sure that'll change, though, eventually. And then quick little look at minor league systems. They have us at 5th with Corbin Burns as the number 1 guy. Jesus Rodriguez, they're big fans of. And Romero, Bobby Dahlbeck, 99th. Now, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to come back probably sometime around the All-Star voting period. And hopefully the team will be doing good. That's it for this episode. I'm going to try to get as many episodes as I can out before OOTP 24. Very excited. I'll see you then.